Hey,
And
how are
hey, nice to see you.
you? Nice to see you.
I can't begin to tell you how I've been counting down the days to this moment. At D23 on that red carpet, right after you guys had unveiled the teaser trailer, I knew that the world was about to enjoy a new level, a whole new distinction of Marvel content. And here it is. Tell us
There,
about it.
it's bonkers. It's Wanda and Vision, two superpowered individuals, find themselves suddenly in a sort of idyllic American suburban town and realize they're in a sitcom, and then they start hurtling through the American century, decade by decade, week by week, episode by episode, until one Vision starts to realize something's not right in this town, and then things get really hectic, and it only gets crazier from there.
And, obviously direct link to Marvel because they brought you along and they brought Elizabeth along. But now you've got this guy kind of behind the scenes that had something to do with both Game of Thrones and It's Always Sunny. You kind of know this is going in that bonkers direction.
Yeah, we got very lucky with Matt Shatman, who has, like you say, shot Game of Thrones. He's also shot great dramas like Succession, so he really knows what he's doing. And also, as a kid, he was a child actor in sitcoms. So for us, that was a really great resource because neither Lizzie or I had ever been in a sitcom.
Yeah, what was kind of your take growing up on the American sitcom culture? Like when I grew up, I told my parents I was going to defect to the UK. I loved everything British. I was sneaking out watching Monty Python at way too early of an age. But you, what was the young Paul Bettany like? What American did you lean into?
Oh, well, Saturday mornings were given over to American television. So we started off, the early mornings were started off with cartoons like Scooby Doo, and then we got into things like Little House on the Prairie, which my mom loved, and then Brady Bunch, but also all those classics like I Love Lucy and the Dick Van Dyke Show and Bewitched. That was my Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings before the sports came on in the afternoon.
I love every trope of the sitcom that this leans into. And I don't want to plot spoil anything that people really need to discover for themselves. But if you could finish this sentence, I can't wait for people to see blank. What would that be?
I can't wait for people to see the denouement of the show because it will blow their minds. They think they know, they're beginning to think they know what they're to expect. And just when they think they know what to expect, we're going to pull the rug, and that's when it's going to get really crazy.
Am I right to say that, like, I've seen people like you that at this stage in their career, they become, I don't want to say jaded, but a bit numb to awesomeness because they're surrounded by it all the time. But am I right that this is indeed a new level of awesomeness that even you are geeking out about?
It 100% is, and I have never, assumption is always assuming that something's always going to be there for you is a really bad way to go through life. I am endlessly thankful for how lucky I am, and I enjoy every minute of it, and I am aware of every minute of it, and so no, I have enjoyed every moment of awesomeness from being on this long journey with Marvel. So
Grateful for your gratitude, and I can't wait for people to see this. Thanks for hanging out.
You take care. Bye now.
Okay. Well, good morning to you. Where are you and how are you?
Good morning to you. I am in England, actually, in lockdown, and I'm good. I get to work from home, so it's all good. Yeah. How are you?
You stay locked down till further notice, and let's just talk about this awesome thing that we can stay at home and watch, shall we?
Yes.
I've been so geeked out about this. The first glimpse I got of this was a couple years ago at D23, and from that moment on, I've been jonesing for it and so excited that it's here. What is your favorite thing about this coming to audiences when we need this content the most?
It's I'm so excited to share it. It was really such a labor of love, and it's such an original and unique, strange superhero story. And it has to be told through television. The nature of our show, the DNA of our show, is told through American sitcoms through the decades with the MCU Marvel Cinematic Universe mashup, and the tension between the two is the life of our show.
It is so awesome. The writing and tone, and people have said, can you describe it? And you did a great job, but it's so difficult to really paint the tones and textures. The only thing I can say is, imagine a Marvel Universe show that's sort of led along by a guy behind It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Game of Thrones, and boom,
Yeah,
the magic
exactly.
happens.
Matt Shakman, our fearless director leader, we are so lucky to have his brain on this show and his patience, because it was a long one.
And you and Paul, just great film icons that paired well together. There's just this non-spoken dance. There's this amazing chemistry. You two just light up every moment, the drama in every moment,
Fun.
and then the funny in every moment. Is it as, and I know this sounds so cliche, is it as fun doing it as it is for us watching it?
It might have been more fun doing it, actually.
Okay. All right.
We were filled with, I mean, this is, to us, we get to play with humor in different decades and what that means. And that playfulness for us was just so much fun. And every time we felt like we were going too big, Matt Shakman told us to swing harder. So
Right.
we really got to kind of make fools of ourselves, and it was so fun.
I don't want to plot spoil, and there's so much that I'm like choking back not to talk about because I want people to discover it. But is there a moment you can't wait for audiences to see without giving away too much?
Yes, there are multiple. I think we pulled the rug out from the audience multiple times, and then we also like shift their perspective multiple times, which is what's so fun about television, because you have the time to be able to do that.
And I love that it pays homage to like the sitcoms that were long past their prime by the time I was watching them in syndication, always had that nosy neighbor. And I love that you've got the nosy neighbor in this for Kathryn. All the tropes and how they flip them. I just can't tell you how awesome this is. I hope you're enjoying it.
Thank you. Yeah, we really, truly, was a labor of love from every department standpoint, because the detail in this is phenomenal. And for Marvel fans, we have lots of Easter eggs for them. And then for people who maybe don't know the universe as well, I think it's still a fun show, regardless how well you know these characters. It's quite a journey. So I hope people get to enjoy it.
Awesome. How are you and where are you?
I'm great. I am in Atlanta filming.
Awesome. And it's going well? Laying down good stuff?
I hope so. I hope so.
Yes. I'm sure you are. I can't begin to tell you how geeked out I am about this. Ever since you guys were at D23 launching this almost 2 years ago now, I've been jonesing for it, and now it's upon us, and I can't wait for the world to see it.
Jeez, it has been 2 years. When you said that, I'm like, wait, no, yeah, I can't wait for everyone to see it as well. It has been almost 2 years, and we're finally able to give it to you guys. So we're really excited.
So I live, eat, and breathe the Marvel Universe. I lean into this automatically, but it is so different. How do you describe to people who know nothing of Marvel, and also people who are loyal Marvel fans, about what they're getting into with this?
I would say that everyone is welcome, and everyone will have an amazing experience. You don't have to know any Marvel to come into this story, and you can be a true hardcore Marvel fan and still enjoy it.
Absolutely, because I'm a huge Marvel geek, but I also think this is good onboarding for people who have resisted comic book things, because it's so different, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that we take the television, that we're paying homage to American television, and also infusing what people know already to be the big epic Marvel theatrical film, and putting it into this one, and you don't quite know how these things fit together, or why even Monica Rambeau is in this world, or Jimmy or Darcy. Like, why? Well, how do these things mix? But it is very exciting as you find out.
Love your character. Like, I was a little kid reading these things called comic books when your character was introduced, and
to see her reinvented and grown up. It's awesome for me. How is it falling into these shoes?
It's been wonderful, Mark. They've been so welcoming and excited about bringing the character on, and just the process of studying who she was in the comic books, and also looking back at Akira Akbar's performance in Captain Marvel, where we first met Monica Rambeau in the MCU as a young girl, and just using all of that to inform what I bring to her and what the creatives have envisioned for her. It's been a really fun process of balancing and infusing all of those things together.
Yeah, because this version of Monica, it's all you, but I'd wondered if you had reached back to her performance to see if you could find some kind of natural bridge.
Absolutely. I think it was important to see and study who Monica was as we were first introduced to her in Captain Marvel, and to take what Akira was doing and say, what parts of this young girl remain, what things have changed as she's aged or due to her experiences, and where does that fall? Where does that lie today? And also just her relationships with her mom, Maria Rambeau, and Carol Danvers, right. Auntie Carol, is just definitely wanted to have that with me as I continued her story forward.
All right, without plot spoiling, fill in this sentence. I can't wait for audience to see blank.
I can't wait for audiences to see this wildness. Yes, that's what I'm going to say.
It's true, because this wildness is pretty awesome, and I'm so glad you're a part of it. I want to see more Monica, and thanks for hanging out with me.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Be safe in Atlanta.
You be safe as well. Thank you.
Mark, I love your backdrop so much. It's very, very profesh. I'm in my garage.
That's so funny. I'm actually in my car. Renovations are in my house, and right before they came to you, drills started going off. Oh, hell came loose, and I ran and got in my car. So
no way! How are you doing that in your car? Just on your phone?
I took a picture of my home set and then ran out to my car. So there we are. Fancy technology.
Very, very, very well done.
Well, same to you. I like the minimalist. It's working. It's drawing all of this, and it's all about all of that.
Sure.
Hey, congratulations on this. Have you seen the finished product, or at least 2 or 3 episodes yet?
I have seen the finished first 3, but yes, but I know, yeah, but no all, but yes, I've seen the first 3 and very thrilled.
You've done some great things that you should be proud of, but how geeked out are you about this thing?
I'm very excited. Are you kidding me? Yes, I am very, very excited about this one. If in my wildest dreams, I could have picked an entrance to the MCU, it would not have been in a 1950s black and white sitcom. And so that alone is very, very, very thrilling to me. So, and with those incredible actors and this whole team, like the whole thing is just so trippy and so fun.
I mean, I could not have dropped anyone more perfect for a role into this thing. I'm so glad that you're doing it. Like, what did you draw on? Did you grow up watching all the tropes of the great American sitcoms?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, like, I think we all did. Like, I mean, I think those are so, like, deeply ingrained into me, like, nostalgia-wise. Like, I just know, yeah, every single sitcom has that person. And also, like, we just know the structure, I think, like, of a sitcom so deeply. Like, you know, in this little tiny self-contained, like, bubble world of these 30 minutes or whatever, 26, I think it is, that there's going to be, like, the setup, the, like, misunderstanding, and then, like, the resolution. And, like, there's something, like, very comfortable and comforting in knowing that there is a resolution every single time. And so I just love that as, like, the beginning of as something that is toyed with in this series. Like, I was so thrilled to be a part of it.
And I don't want to spoil this for anybody, but fill in this sentence. I can't wait for people to see what?
Oh, I can't wait. That's easy and vague. I can't wait for people to see where this goes, because, like, I think like, you know, I know there's a ton of theorizing and a lot of awesome theories out there. I'm just getting my taste of the amazing world that are the MCU fans, who are just incredible. And I just am very excited for people to see where it goes, because I really do think it's going to surprise people.
And you've been in, some things that require tremendous post-production, but probably nothing quite like this. Is it great to see the finished product and all the layers slapped on?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the sound, all of it. Like the theme songs by the Lopez's who did Frozen. Like, I mean, there's layers and layers and layers onto this that I am just just blown away by. But I also don't and I think Matt Shackman, the amazing director, would agree with me. I don't think any of those incredible artists, the production designer, costumes, I don't think our hair, our makeup, our dialect coach, but I don't think any of those amazing artisans would take away from the incredible performances and chemistry that you see between Lizzie and Paul. And that's the real heartbeat of the show.
Amen. And the chemistry that you throw in. Awesome work in this. I can't wait to see where it goes.
Thanks so much. And thanks for doing it from your car.
Well, thanks for doing it from your garage.
Champions adjust, Mark. Don't ever forget that.